What if I told you that the Social Security check landing in your account this month is not the same amount you think it is? And most retirees won't even notice until their grocery bill, their Medicare premium, and their tax bill all hit at once. Here's the thing. Right now, in June 2026, there are 3 separate changes stacked on top of each other. A COLA increase, a new full retirement age threshold, and a Medicare premium jump. And they're colliding in real time. I went through the official Social Security Administration press releases and the Medicare.gov premium announcements, so you don't have to. And let me tell you, what's in those documents is not what most people are hearing on the news. This is happening sooner than you think. If you're on Social Security retirement, SSDI, SSI, or you're a veteran relying on these benefits, what I'm about to walk you through directly affects the number that hits your bank account this month and every month going forward. So stick with me to the end, because Step 5 in particular is something almost nobody is talking about, and it could save you real money. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is, well, you can call me your benefits guy. I've spent years breaking down government policy, SSA announcements, and Medicare updates into plain English because, let's be honest, these official documents are written like nobody actually wants you to understand them. My mission with this channel is simple. Cut through the noise, read the fine print so you don't have to, and give you the action steps you need before it's too late. Before we dive in, drop a comment below with your city and state. I want to see how many of you are seeing this hit your accounts right now, whether you're in California, Texas, Florida, New York, or anywhere in between. It helps me understand what's happening on the ground for real people, not just what's written in a press release. And if this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button, because I post updates the moment new SSA and Medicare information drops. Alright, let's get into it. Here's what you need to understand. Back in October 2025, the SSA officially announced a 2.8% cost of living adjustment, or COLA, for 2026. This affects Social Security benefits, including retirement, survivors, and disability insurance, as well as SSI payments for 75 million Americans, with retirement benefits increasing by about $56 per month on average starting in January. Now, $56 a month sounds like good news, right? Let that sink in for a second, because here's the catch. Medicare. Part B premiums, which most people have deducted directly from their Social Security check, are climbing from $185 to $202.90 a month, a 9.7% increase, which offsets the COLA by about $17.90 per month. So for a huge number of retirees, that raise you were expecting? A third of it just got eaten before it even landed in your account. This is the kind of detail that gets buried in the fine print, and it's exactly why I'm here. But that's not all. 2026 also brings an update to the full retirement age, an increase in the wages required to earn Social Security credits, and a higher taxable wage base and earnings limit. Specifically, the full retirement age reaches 67 in 2026 for anyone born in 1960 or later. Here's what that means in plain English. If you were born in 1960, this is the year your full retirement age officially becomes 67. Not 66 and 10 months, not 66 and 8 months, a full 67. If you claim before that age, your monthly benefit gets permanently reduced. If you're still working and planning to claim early, this number matters enormously to your monthly check for the rest of your life. Now let's talk about the earnings test. If you're under full retirement age and still working, there's a limit to how much you can earn before Social Security starts withholding part of your benefit, and that limit increased for 2026. Specifically, for SSI recipients, adults must generally earn less than $2,019 a month in wages to qualify. If you're even a few dollars over that threshold, your eligibility or your benefit amount can shift. And here's something a lot of people miss. The payment schedule itself has changed. Social Security retirement payments now go out based on your birth date and when you first began collecting benefits. For example, anyone who began receiving benefits before May 1997 gets paid on a specific Wednesday each month, while everyone else is on a staggered schedule based on birth date. Meanwhile, SSI payments land on the first of the month, and because of how the calendar falls in 2026, SSI recipients will actually see two payments in July, one on July 1st and one on July 31st, with that second payment actually covering August. If you're in California, Texas, Florida, New York, Pennsylvania, Ohio, anywhere, this affects you the same way, because Social Security and SSI are federal programs. But the impact hits differently depending on your state. In high cost of living states like California and New York, that $17.90 Medicare offset feels a lot smaller relative to your expenses. In states like Texas and Florida with no state income tax, more of that COLA bump actually stays in your pocket. But property tax and insurance costs, especially after recent hurricane seasons in Florida, are eating into that margin fast. Let's break down exactly who needs to be paying attention here. First, Social Security retirement beneficiaries. If you're 62 or older and collecting retirement benefits, the COLA increase and the Medicare premium offset both apply to you directly. If you were born in 1960, the full retirement age change to 67 is the big one for you. Second, SSDI recipients. Your disability benefits also receive the 2.8% COLA increase, and if you're also enrolled in Medicare, that premium increase applies to you too. Third, SSI recipients. This is one of the most vulnerable groups, because SSI is needs-based. The earnings limit change matters enormously here. If your income creeps above that $2,019 threshold for adults, it can affect your eligibility or reduce your payment. SSI recipients also need to watch that July double payment situation closely, because it can look like extra money when really it's your August payment arriving early. Fourth, veterans. If you're a veteran receiving both VA benefits and Social Security, the COLA typically applies to both programs in tandem, but the rules and timing can differ. Make sure you're checking both your VA.gov account and your Social Security account separately. Fifth, low-income families and seniors on fixed incomes. This is the group that feels the Medicare premium increase the hardest, because there's no flexibility in the budget to absorb a nearly $18 monthly hit. If you're in this group, the action steps coming up are especially important for you. So why is all this happening at once? Here's the short version, without getting into the politics of it. The COLA increase is automatic. It's tied by law to inflation data from the Consumer Price Index. The size of the COLA depends on how that index changed in the third quarter of the previous year. So that part isn't a policy choice, it's a formula. The Medicare premium increase, on the other hand, reflects rising healthcare costs across the system. More spending on outpatient care means the Part B premium has to climb to cover it. Most enrollees pay this standard rate as a deduction straight from their Social Security check, which is exactly why it offsets the COLA. And the full retirement age increase? That's been on the books for decades. It's the tail end of a gradual phase-in that started back in the 1980s. 2026 is simply the year it finally lands on 67 for people born in 1960. None of this is some secret conspiracy. But here's what's true. These three things were announced separately, at different times, by different agencies. And almost nobody puts them together for you in one place. That's the gap I'm trying to fill. Okay, here's what you need to do right now. Write these down. Step 1. Log into your My Social Security account. Go to www.ssa.gov/myaccount and verify your information. If you haven't created one yet, do it today. This is where your COLA notice, your benefit verification letter, and your payment history all live. Step 2. Confirm your exact 2026 benefit amount. Don't assume the $56 average applies to you. That's a national average. Your personal increase depends on your specific benefit amount. Check the notice in your account directly. Step 3. Check your Medicare Part B premium deduction. Look at your most recent payment and compare it to your December 2025 payment. If the math doesn't roughly line up with the COLA increase minus about $17.90, something may be off and you need to call. Step 4. If you're still working and near retirement age, recalculate your earnings test. If you're under full retirement age and earning close to the new threshold, talk to an SSA representative about how this affects your monthly benefit. Don't guess. Step 5. Mark your actual payment date on your calendar, not the first of the month. Based on your birth date and when you started benefits, your payment date is specific to you. Use the SSA's published 2026 payment schedule to confirm exactly which date applies to your situation. Step 6. If you're an SSI recipient, do not spend that July 31st payment like it's a bonus. That payment is actually your August benefit arriving early, because August 1st falls on a Saturday. Budget accordingly so you're not short later. I know this is a lot. I know that for many of you, every single dollar in these calculations matters. It's not abstract numbers on a government website. It's your rent, your medication, your groceries. And I want you to know, if you feel like you're constantly playing catch-up with rule changes, premium increases, and shifting schedules, you are not alone. Thousands of people watching this video right now are feeling exactly the same thing. You didn't do anything wrong. These systems are genuinely complicated, and they change every single year. The fact that you're here, watching this, taking notes, that already puts you ahead of most people who won't find out about any of this until their bank balance looks different than they expected. So here's the bottom line. In June 2026, your Social Security check reflects a 2.8% COLA increase, partially offset by a Medicare Part B premium hike, layered on top of a full retirement age change to 67 for anyone born in 1960, and a new, higher earnings limit if you're still working. 3 separate changes, one combined effect on your monthly bottom line. If this video helped you understand what's actually happening with your benefits, do me a favor, smash that like button. It genuinely helps this video reach more people who need to see it. And if you haven't already, subscribe and turn on notifications, because I cover every single SSA and Medicare update the moment it's officially released. In the next video, I'm going to break down something even bigger, a change to how Medicare Part D and prescription drug costs are shifting for 2026 and what it means for your out-of-pocket spending. Trust me, you do not want to miss that one. Drop your city and state in the comments. Let me know if you've seen these changes hit your account yet, and I'll see you in the next video. Next.